In this video, I'm going to talk through the last part in using this program. So once you have your athlete information page done, so your athlete info for each student, the block or sport, the gender, goal, habits, and the image, and you have your data in for the different dates for when you have different test results, then the last phase is actually using the dashboard. So for this, you have to set up your dates. So the start date, the earliest date you have, 120. End date, the last date you have, start date for each of these tests, 120, 120, 120, 120, and it just says that two different options because those we only have two different dates for our data. So for this, I can select the sport. So say I select one. I'm the only one for block one, so I select my name there. And now it will give me the data for my tests. So it has my original test results here from 120, and then the second score from the latest date. This is the change for those maxes. So green is good, means it went up 10%, 7%, 16%. Percentile rank, so that's based off of your gender, where that's the gender part is important there. It'll tell you whether you have a poor score, a good score, okay, great, based off of your gender. And then here's some data based off of the dates that you've tested to show growth. Here is average score for your gender with its male or female, the dotted red line, and then the black line represents where you're at in comparison to those lists. Last part here is if you have health data on the students using the assessment that I created. I believe I showed that on the program here, how to get to that, and that's on the fitness scores. But I like to include that data, and it shows you on here where you were, where you are now, the change, and then again, percentile rank for whether those are poor scores, average scores, great scores. And then over here, I have some QR codes. If you had, for instance, a poor sleep score, you could scan that, and it gives you some tips on how to improve your sleep. There's your goal and habits that are read through the athlete info page. It pulls that data from here. And then some other features, you can check these boxes if you want to include team average, average score for your genders. That just changes some things. You feel free to play around with that. You can change the tests that pop up. This is just the baseline for what I use here. So again, play around with this, see what you like, see what you don't like, and you can play around with the tests that that pop up.